Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. Hi guys, hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're new here, a warm welcome. Thank you for checking out my channel. All I ask is that after listening to and or watching the video, if you find you enjoyed it or learned something, smash that like button and consider subscribing. Now let's dig in. Well, hello there. Happy Friday. Hope you're all doing really well. So a while back, I requested Charlie Adelson's current records from his incarceration. You may recall that he was found guilty for his role in his brother-in-law, Dan Markel's death. Well, lo and behold, the records arrived today. So I'm going to share what's in them. I'll be honest with you, there's not a ton of stuff, but I know you want to know every detail, so I'm going to share them. The first thing that I see is that Charlie was asked to voluntarily sign what's called a DEA 104 form. It's also known as a surrender for cause form. So the Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, as you know, regulates the use of controlled substances in the United States, and it may investigate practitioners who prescribe these drugs or pharmacies that dispense them to patients. Now, Charlie no longer has his license to practice dentistry. The officials wanted him to sign this DEA form, and if he did sign that form, he would lose all privileges to prescribe, possess, administer, distribute, or dispense controlled substances, and he may not be able to reapply for DEA registration in the future. In addition, the surrender of his DEA registration could lead to other actions that would affect his practice and his career. Now, Charlie received life in prison, and there's pretty much zero chance of him getting out. But of course, he likes to look at life through rose-colored glasses. He likes to use magical thinking. Don't we all from time to time? But guess what? He's likely not getting out. I know he's going to appeal, but it's very doubtful that he will ever walk out of that prison gate and have his freedom. But again, a guy can dream. So when they brought the form to Charlie in prison, he refused to sign it. We know that he loved to prescribe Ambien, so this would definitely be something painful to have to give up. So here is what was written back to the person who had requested that Charlie sign the form. Good afternoon. Unfortunately, inmate Adelson Charles, D.C., C62133 was unwilling to voluntarily sign the form. He stated he did not want to sign because he was not sure of what repercussions might be involved. Charlie Adelson is a rebel, and he's also an entitled ass. Charlie's father, Harvey J. Adelson, age 79, was given permission to be on Charlie's visitation list. Sadly, the other person he requested that be on his list was his mother, Donna Adelson, and it says no, that was not granted. I think we all know why. She's sitting in her own little jail cell. Boo-hoo-hoo. Not. The only other person granted permission to be on his list was what he referred to as a personal friend, and that is Brianna Price. This is Bree. She is the baby mama of Charlie's son, Roman. Curiously absent from the list is Charlie's sister, Wendy Adelson. Perhaps Charlie got wind that Wendy wasn't asking about him and wondering if he was doing okay, or perhaps Wendy made it clear that she's not going anywhere near that prison for whatever reason. Could it be that she might say something, that he might say something, that law enforcement might overhear something? I don't know, just speculating. Then there was a little section where it asked for the CPO's impressions and comments. And here's what it said of Charlie. Inmate was respectful during initial interview. Inmate expressed an interest in vocational programs, re-entry, and no to faith-based programs. No religion for Charlie. Inmate phone list was not submitted. Discussed custody level and job assignment. Screens reviewed and verified. Inmate does not have escape history. Not yet. He's probably digging a hole behind a poster in his cell as I record this. Charlie had to give a DNA sample as well, which he did. He didn't have any choice in that. His lawyer filled out a form to request unmonitored phone calls with him. That would be Daniel L. Rashbaum. One form said that Charlie was doing fair in terms of adjusting to life in prison. Charlie's appeals lawyer, Michael Uferman, also filled out a form to have private phone calls with Charlie. From what I can see, Charlie has been receiving all of his meals, so he's eating, and that's about it. So the only person who can go and see Charlie, or the only persons, I should say, are Harvey Adelson, his father, and Bree Price, his baby mama. It must have been a shock when he found out that his mother had been arrested, and thus would be closer to him, but not able to actually visit him. That's all for today on Charlie Adelson and the Adelson family. I'll see you next time on Bed Crime Stories.